Steve, what's good, dude? Hey, so I'm gonna shoot a quick video here for you on ways once you're done talking to people you know in person about SEO, I'm gonna start showing. This video is gonna be about showing you some techniques to talk to people or something you can do daily to work on landing a top paying client for us that we can bust out and get this thing rolling with. So I'm gonna give you a couple tips today, okay? But what I'd recommend starting out with is the fastest way to get this thing going and get some money coming in is people you already know, obviously. And it sounded like last time I talked to you on the phone, you kind of had an idea of some people too. And this software, oh my gosh, dude, I'm almost done with the site. So I'll send that your way in the next day or two, and then we'll be able to run with that, which I think we'll be able to stack some serious cash with that, which will be sick. So, anyways, back to this. I'm on Yellow Pages right now. Let's get right into it. So, Yellow Pages pretty much sucks at what they do. They scam people all the time. They don't tell people there's contracts. So there's a lot of pain around yellowpages.com, and it just simply doesn't work. People will pay thousands of dollars to market with these guys just because the company has been around for so long. It's kind of like the old school guys that know the internet's powerful, and they're like, okay, we know we need to get on the internet, but but they don't really know where to start. So they like, oh, Yellow Pages did so great for us in the 1980s, or whatever. Like, let's go to Yellow Pages. But what they don't know is Yellow Pages online is really pretty shitty, and so they get locked into these contracts sometimes. And a lot of their clients end up being very unhappy because they don't really do a good job for them. I mean, they'll pay to do a custom video for them. They'll pay thousands of dollars, and what Yellow Pages calls marketing is they upload it to YouTube and they put it to their Yellow Pages channel. They don't even link back to their client's website from the video they made for them that their client just paid them thousands of dollars for. So anyways, I'm just trying to educate you a little bit how Yellow Pages works when you're talking to people and calling them. So essentially what you're going to be doing is you can do this any city really. So I'm just going to use so you type in, I'm going to use Dennis as an example, and then San Francisco, okay? You hit search. It's going to load. Okay. And you see all these ads here. So Google, or what Yellow Pages feeds their client is, oh, we're a search engine too. People searching us to find businesses. Well, yeah, that might happen. Not it doesn't happen very often, and I mean, you can just ask yourself, how many times a day or in a week do you use Yellow Pages? How many times in a week do you use Google? It's like you can ask some basic questions, and people will start to realize, yeah, I should be marketing somehow via Google, and leveraging that. So, anyways, you see ad here on all these. Okay, ad. They're paying anywhere from three to $500 a month. Usually, if they just have one spot here, it's around $300 a month. Which once again doesn't really do them anything. They don't see a return on their investment at all whatsoever. So they're still paying here. And then you see the ads on the side here as well. They're even a little bigger too. So let's see if we can find one, if one matches up here. So if someone's Yellow Pages, they'll give them a deal kind of to kind of sucker them into like, oh, you get an ad here and an ad on the right side as well here. So let's see if we can find West Portal Dental Care. Are they over here? Yeah, they are. See? Okay, so that's perfect. So see, there's an ad here for them. There's an ad here for them. Okay? I don't know when. It looks like they have a video. They did a video through YouTube as well too. And essentially what you do is, let's just click into them. So you can do this to 20 people a day, 100, it doesn't really matter. But essentially, you go here and you get their number, and you call them up, and you just ask basic questions just to start uncovering pain. First of all, you call them up, and then you say something like, "Hi, let's see here. I'm trying to think how it. Hi, this is Steve. You can use my website for now. And the reason I picked the name of my website and how it is I wanted to sound as far away from like a like a marketing firm, because these people are so turned off by anyone in marketing because they get blasted in so many ways. So you have to do things completely different. So you can just say, "Hi, how's it going? Yeah, this is Steve with educatingthegifted.org. I'm just calling in regards to your guys' Yellow Pages ad. And if you could connect me with the person in charge of that, I would like to speak with them because I need to talk to them about their Yellow Pages ad. So what you're doing here essentially is you're talking specifically about their Yellow Pages ad, and most of the employees or whoever, they know they're on Yellow Pages, and if they don't, they'll just assume you know what you're talking about, that they're actually on Yellow Pages, and they'll usually they'll be like, or you could add, instead of like, you could be like, yeah, who would be in charge of your guys' Yellow Pages ads? I'm calling in regards to that. And then they would be like, oh, that's so and so, or they might be like, oh, that's me, or whatever it is. The point is you got to get past the doorkeeper, and the doorkeeper is the person answering the phone. If you say, hey, yeah, this is so and so with SEO company, can you transfer me to your boss? It's an immediate hang up, okay? So it's not a lie either, because you do want to talk to them about their Yellow Pages. So once you're on the phone with them, you got to get past the doorkeeper. You got to get to the person that can make decisions, which is the owner, or the person in charge of Yellow Pages. It's usually the person in charge of the Yellow Pages is the owner. So usually you're transferred to the owner, okay? So essentially you're on the phone with them, then you can say it once again. Hey, this is hi, how are you doing? This is Steve with educatingthegifted.org. I'm just calling to ask you a couple questions about your Yellow Pages ad. I see it up here on Yellow Pages, and I just wanted to see how it's worked out for you, and if it's been a good investment and a positive ROI or something along those lines. Have you seen a good return on your investment? And let them just start talking, just let them, and they will. If it's innocent like that, it's very, very simple questions you can ask. And then oftentimes they're like, yeah, this and that, or like, yeah, it hasn't been that good, or no, we really haven't seen a ton of return on it, blah, blah, blah. They might keep talking, and then you just ask them another question, let them talk, and just keep uncovering some pain points. And then it's essentially what you can do at the end. And you know how to talk to people. You know how it goes. You know how to you're going to know what to say. But essentially at the end, instead of selling them on like an SEO package, once you've uncovered the pain, you can figure out on the phone, like, oh, well, do you have a Facebook, a Google Plus, or a Twitter, or a Pinterest, or whatever it is. Find a social platform. You could go, if you're feeling comfortable, like, yeah, and they're like, yeah, like, what do you do? Like, okay, and they're like all stoked on you and everything, and you're like, okay, I could go straight for the sale. Then you can say, hey, well, you know, we can. You say whatever you need to say to make the sale, but essentially you can go and write to the SEO cell at being like, yeah, we don't mess around. We get our clients results, and we're a high end service or whatever. Like or you don't even need to say that. You just say whatever, and then tell them what your rate is. 2 3 grand a month, but usually you don't scoop up on a 2 to 3 grand per month client from Yellow Pages, because at most they're paying about 5 6 700 bucks a month. But you could squeak in $1,000 a month or something like that, which is pretty kick-ass still too. But anyways, essentially what I'm saying is you want to get past the doorkeeper, you want to talk to the owner, and then what I was going to say before is, if you find a way where you can provide a service, a really good service, without selling them SEO yet, so you can build that trust. People do this all the time in the SEO world. So if they don't have a Facebook, a Google Plus, a Pinterest, Twitter, whatever it is, find something they don't have. Just ask the question. Oh, so do you have this social platform? There's tons of people on this. If they're like, blah, 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 we do, we don't, find something they don't and say, okay, well, I like what I hear about you guys. It sounds like you guys are looking for something a little more. Usually to make a page for one of our clients is around $299. Just, we'll make you a Facebook page for $299. But to build a relationship, oftentimes we'll start, or say whatever you have to say, but just say, we'll do it for you for $19 if you do it today, right now, while I'm on the phone with you. And we'll make you a pristine Facebook page that you'll start to be able to use and attract clients through it, not only now, but for the next 5 to 10 years. And it's 100% yours, and we'll do it for $19. Usually $19 is like, anyone will throw that. It's like, that's like nothing to them. Oh, $19, okay, cool. You get the credit card information, we run it, and then you already know how to do this stuff too. Is you make a page, you make the Facebook page, or Twitter, or whatever it is they don't have. Talk it up. You got to be like, that's an ingredient to SEO too. So anyways, you build the trust. There's a money transaction between you guys for a very small amount. But once you build that, you build it out in a day, which it's easy. You can do it in maybe an hour or less. You can do it so fast, it's unbelievable. Send it out to them. The next day they're like, oh my gosh, they were speedy. And then what you do is through a video or something, you break down like, hey, this is the amount of money you could be making with being in these positions, or leveraging Google instead of Yellow Pages, because Yellow Pages really hasn't worked out for me. You already told me. And then you just kind of guide them through this funnel, and then you can land a client that way, because they already people buy from people they already trust. Just kind of, we were talking with the oil company you're working with, like, you're doing a good job for them, they like you. Whenever you want to throw down like, yeah, like, there's this pocket of keywords, this is what we could do, I've done, you know, you've already worked with me, I've, you just say whatever you have to say, and then you're like, yeah, it's, $1,500 a month or $2,000 a month, and then they're most likely going to be down. Well, that's a little different story, because they are a massive company, so you could get more than that. I'm just throwing stuff out at you, but essentially they call this SEO splitting. So you're acquiring, or you're getting them to be your client. There's a money transaction. The trust is being built because you make it really quick. It's not hard for you, and then you go in, whether it's a video or a phone call, and say, hey, would this sound appealing to you? This is what we do all the time. This is actually what we specialize in. We're known as the people to get the phone to ring. Not just, we don't worry about advertisement. We don't worry about this or that, or this keyword or that, or this plot. We just say, we get your phone to ring. We get more people walking into your clinic and more money in your pocket. Does this make sense to you? We do this by leveraging and positioning our clients in these areas on Google. This amount of keyword gets searched this amount of time, and then you can kind of break down the math that I told you in that one call, and be like, yes, you could advertise with Google, but typically people like to click on the organic searches more, because people are so immune to advertisements. They don't think it's very authentic or genuine if it's an ad, and there's always an ad by Google AdWords. So you're getting a better service by, something. I'm just throwing stuff out there, that, and then you leverage them into that, and boom, you land them as a client for whatever it is. And if it's in a bigger city, man, like a city of San Francisco, dude, you gotta land, like, when you're going after, like, you can go for long tail keywords that are less competition, but if you're doing something like San Francisco dentist, it's gonna take some work to get in there, and like, people in San Francisco as a dentist, they're making, I hate to say it, but like, they're making money so they can pay money to make a lot more money. If you land them on the first page of San Francisco dentist, my gosh, they're not going to know what hit their clinic. They could, because I guarantee you that's searched 200 to 300 times per month. It's just that one keyword. Then you got dentists in San Francisco, best dentist San Francisco, which all just stack up. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is, if they're like, yeah, we want San Francisco dentist, we want to be planted at the top in Google, or sorry, excuse me, in the 7-pack, the places area, the maps, and organic, well, that's going to be like, that's a $3,000 or $4,000 client, easy, 4 grand plus. Like, it's crazy, but it's just a number. The more times you do it, if you're like, okay, my morning routine, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna do 30 Yellow Page calls, and if you're like, out of that 30, I'm gonna go for 10%. If I can close 10% on a social media platform for $19. No, well, you brought in, you brought in some money. You brought in $60, which I guess isn't bad, and it takes you about 30 minutes to make each Facebook page. But then you got the possibility of landing, like, scoring a huge potential client, essentially, on month in and month out payments. So that's one technique. Want to show you. I know this video is long and I was rambling a little bit, but that's okay. The second thing I'll show you just really fast, since we're using San Francisco, I'm going to go to Google. I typed it in above. And San Fran, if I can do it here, Cisco did not, oh, there's no space. Come on, Corey. There we go. San Francisco dentist. Okay. So what you can do is you can find someone. You could do it with, well, they're already playing in there, so that doesn't really make sense. So what I'm trying to tell you is, I'll just tell you really quick. Okay, you see how these guys got lit up with stars? Stars, stars, stars. When you get to the first page, there's a conversion there to differentiate yourself. These guys, look at, I don't see anything. If I was a client, I'd be like, oh shit, stars, 42 reviews. I'm gonna click on the reviews and read those. Oh, 95% of them are positive. I'm going to this dude. I don't care that these guys are above me. So essentially, how you get the stars, it's only 5 reviews. It's cake, man. And then you're lit up with stars. 5 positive reviews, you're then outdoing all these guys because you got a 5.0 instead of 4.8. This converts. This is something that converts, and people kind of know that. They're like, oh, it's so you can dumb it down. So essentially, what you do is you can go find someone on any city you can apply this to. Find someone on the second, second or third page. This guy maybe. So let's type him into Google. What is that? Embark. I'm gonna copy it, not hassle with trying to type that. So, anyways, you take this, paste it. Essentially, I'm doing this just to try to pull up their page, just to find their Google Plus, if they even have one. They do. Okay, so remember how Google Plus page is always, when you register your business with Google, it's always synced to their listing, and their listing is their number, the name of their business, and their address, and then you're linked via your Google Plus page. That's how you get those reviews and stars. So essentially, what you could do is some guy that's already on the second page, or whatever, or even you could do it with someone already spending money in AdWords. They're dropping 5, 6, 7, 8 grand a month in AdWords, right? So you know what AdWords is, advertising with Google up there. You find they're clearly not on the first page, and then you find out their Google Plus page, okay? Type them into Google, like, okay, Google Plus. This guy should be synced. Oh, my gosh, they didn't even do it right. Okay, I take back what I said. 95% of people, well, 95% of people, their Google Plus page is synced. Oh, no, it is. Sorry, clicked on the wrong thing. Google Plus right here. They only have 2 reviews. Okay, so you come to someone like this. Let me first finish this, and then I'll get to the AdWords. You come to someone like this, and you hit them up on the phone, and maybe have this be for Fridays. Like, okay, I'm gonna do 100 of the Google Plus techniques on Fridays. I'm gonna bust it out. I'm gonna freaking go crazy. 2 hours done. Maybe land 2 or 3 gigs from this. So what you do is essentially you call them up and say, hey there. Or you kind of want to get to the person in charge. So you first say, you can say something like, hey, this is Steve with educatingthegifted.org. And I just I was calling you guys and was wondering why you guys don't have 5 stars, on your Google Plus account next to your business name or something along those lines. The point is, you got to get to the person in charge. You got to do that how you get the best way you know how. You got to get past him, the doorkeeper, or if you can't get past the doorkeeper, just say, hey, just ask them, like, just curious why I see you guys are have a nice website, everything looks great, yet you don't have any Google Plus stars next to your name on the internet in Google. And they'll be like, oh, what do you mean? And then you say, hey, before you even get into that, I can send you a little script, something like, hey, this is Steve with educatingthegifted.com, educatingthegifted.org. And every Friday we do something called the Freebie Friday, and we give free insight and knowledge to businesses in the San Francisco area. And your guys' name came up, and I just wanted to give you guys some free advice. And first thing I'll say is just wondering why you guys don't have any Google Plus stars by your Google Plus account synced to your website. And if you don't know that, you first ask them that, let them answer, and they'll say whatever, and then be like, okay, do you understand the value of that? That's what you want to get out of it. You say, do you guys, because a lot of times they don't even get it. They don't even know what it means. Or like, you want to first make sure they understand why it's valuable. So you ask something like that, like, oh, do you guys understand why that's important? Or do you understand why stars by your business name online would be important, having reviews there? Does that make sense to you? And then some of them, they understand stars. It's a sign of trust, and the reviews, they get reviews. Oh yeah, positive reviews. People read those and they're going to come to us. Okay, yeah, great. So I'm going to tell you guys how to do that for free because it's our Freebie Friday and we landed on you. Something like that. And you say, okay, so really all it takes is 5 reviews. You guys have 2 right now. You have 2 reviews, so let's get you 3 more. So what I would recommend you doing is go and ask your clients, or even your, some of your previous clients that you know are loyal to you or really like you guys. Just send them a quick email, just like 20 people, like, hey, this is our Google Plus page. Would you guys mind searching us in Google, finding our page, and then leaving a comment? And if you start telling this to the business owner about this, and they're like, oh man, we don't have time for that, be like, okay, no worries. Like, since it's our freebie Friday, I don't usually do this, but I will do it for you. I'll get 3 more reviews for you. I'll get those stars lit up for you all for free. How does that sound? I'm like, oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, yeah, we'd love that. Blah blah blah. You land them. You provide value first, and the money will follow. That's how it works in everything in life. But money follows value. So essentially, you get them the reviews. There's other techniques you can do this, or I can show you in another video. This is getting way too long, where we can leverage a platform where it's for free too. It's a template they can send out to their clients. So all you could say is, okay, I'll do it for you. I can make up a nice template for you guys, brand around your business, asking your clients to leave those reviews for you. It takes you 2 minutes to set up, literally. You say, just give me the emails if you're comfortable with that. Give me the emails to your clients. And if they're not comfortable with that, then you say, okay, I'll make up the template for you. I'll email it to you guys, and all you guys literally have to do is forward it. If they don't want that, then there's so many other ways you can get reviews to stick. They don't always stick, but there's Fiverr. There's a lot of ways you can do it. We get the stars. Doesn't take you long. Say you land 3 of those every Friday. You get the stars the next day or 2 days later. They're hyped out of their mind, and then they trust you already. And then you and then you sell them on something else, a bigger, higher ticket item. So that's how it works. That's kind of called SEO splitting. These are just a couple techniques. So what I would do, man, the fastest way we're going to move with this is people first, that kind of already we can help anyone, literally. But if they understand the concept of spending money to make money, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, if they're stuck in the old-fashioned way of marketing and they don't get this stuff, it's hard to get them to spend money. But a lot of the people, I'm sure they understand the concept of spending money to make money, and they understand how powerful the internet is. So that's going to make sense to them. But essentially, people first. Once this software thing's out, we're going to go crazy with that. And then once you've exercised people you've known, or whoever it is, make the list and let's run through it. I'm willing to talk to them with you. Once you're like, yo, dude, let's talk this out. And we'll show you together, my business partner, we'll show you together what we can do. Let's lay it out. Let's roll. Let's do this. If you just line up some meetings, we can rock this thing. So anyways, that's that. Software thing is almost going to be done. We can run with that. And then once you've exercised your warm market, your people that already trust you, because a lot of people, you can shake the hands, kiss the babies, do the gig. Once we're done with that, or you could do these 2 concepts while you're doing that. Why not? Don't wait until you've run through everyone If you want to run with this, if this seems simple to you, that's it, man. All you need to know in SEO to get the clients, you can learn. You can apply the info later. That's what's cool about SEO is you can make the sales, you can get the money coming in, and then we can perform, and we can just keep stacking. You don't need to know a lot. If they ask a lot if they get into details and this and that and asking all these things, you don't even talk about SEO. Everyone else talks about SEO. All you talk about is what you already know, Steve. Is you say, hey, we don't worry. We'll once we land. Okay, let me back up. I'm stumbling here. What you say to them, if they're asking you this question and that question, you just turn around and ask them another question. It puts the pressure back on them, but they're not gonna ask you questions because you're gonna be guiding the conversation. But if they do, you say, hey, we can discuss in detail with you all that stuff via video and break it down how all the nitty gritty works. But this is what we would rather focus on. What our company focuses on is a return on investment. See, look, and then you start to explain to them, we believe in a long-term business relationship. Okay, if we don't perform for you guys and make you money, get your phone to ring, more people in your clinic, in your office, in your business, whatever it is, if we don't perform for you, how long are you going to pay us our share per month? And they say, oh, well, not very long. See, so we value our business relationship, and if you're not looking for a long-term business relationship, then we probably aren't a good fit. So you always, when you're talking to people, you want to act like we're not sure if you qualify to work with us. We work with a very select group of people. Does that make sense? Because then what you're saying, once I find out a little bit more about you, if your goals align with ours, then maybe it would work out and maybe you guys will qualify to work for us. You're always kind of talking this lingo that, because it puts you in control, right? When you first going to them, they think they're in control because they're the ones that have the money to spend. No, you say no. We are looking for a select dentist in San Francisco area. and we like to dominate the market with one dentist. Now, we would like that to be you because we liked how your website looked. We looked at a couple reviews and we liked all that. However, we first want to see if your goals align with ours. And if you qualify to work with this, if you have the same goals as we do and you want a long-term business relationship, then we'll probably be able to work this out. You get what I'm saying? It's all how you guide the conversation and frame it, and then you're just gonna guide it through. And all you have to talk about is we're gonna get the phone to ring, and we can explain to you later in a video the nitty gritty how it exactly works if you would like that. However, what I can tell you right now, with my time my time is valuable. I don't have a lot of time. I'm going on to the next person to give my free advice to. Is what I can tell you is we position people organically in places where their ideal clients are calling, or excuse me, where your ideal clients are searching at. We then scoop this traffic to your site. We get your phone to ring. You don't even have to say that. We get your phone to ring, and we get you a positive ROI on your investment. If we don't do that, it's not a long-term gig for us. And what we want, we're looking for long-term business relationships. Then that starts to make sense to them. They're like, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, and then you say, yeah, we don't do contracts. We do month to month. But think about it. If we don't perform, you'll just stop paying us. So there's literally no risk for you. And then if you think you can land a big top client, you can even do a guarantee, man. Why does that shit? People offer that shit because it sells, and maybe 1% ask for their money back. Does that make sense? Be like, okay, I'm gonna ask you. If you have to, that can be later. If you have more questions on that, hit me up. But essentially, what you say is, if you're like, okay, this guy wants everything we want. This could be a good client. He's just on the fence. There's just not quite a bit enough trust there. You can say, hey, man, we'll even do this. We're so confident in our work and what we do, and we know we can get you results. That's why we offer this, and we have offered it to other clients as well too, and they've been super happy with us. We will provide these results to you. We need a 6-month commitment from you guys. If you like, we can write up a little contract of paying us at this rate. If you, for any reason you aren't happy with the service we have provided, we'll give you your money back, all of it. However, we would ask you though, if we do provide excellent results, we get you on the places where your phone's going to be ringing more. Notice how I'm not saying first page of Google. They don't want to hear that garbage. Everyone says that. You just talk about clients calling them, clients in their business, clients calling them, ringing their phone, more money in their pocket. Once we've shown you that we've done this, we ask that if we would like a long-term relationship and continue to build with you guys and continue to drive to continue to drive people and clients to your clinic, your practice, your business. Does that sound good to you? And most people, if you run it like that, you're guiding the conversation, you have confidence, you're like, boom, you got energy, which you do have. They're gonna be like, yeah, I'm all game. Let's go. $4,000 a month, 6 months commitment. Let's do this thing. Let's rock and roll. We get in there, we do our thing, we bust it out. We've proven to them we know what we're doing. We get to keep our money because we know we can get results. You just the more you do it too, you're gonna start to feel it. So, anyways, that's all I got, man. I know that was super long, but if you have questions, hit me up, email me back. And hope the trip is going well. We'll talk soon. And stay tuned for the website with the software and shit. It's going to be awesome. Cool, man. Peace. Later.